The hum of the generator was my morning alarm, a constant symphony in Surulere. I was Tunde, 19, fresh out of secondary school and battling JAB prep while working a small tech gig in Yaba. My dreams were big, framed by the skyline of Lagos. I pictured myself a software engineer, building something great for Nigeria. But hidden beneath the hustle was Amaka. She was in Enugu, 18, and my secret anchor for over 2 years. Our love was a whisper against the loud traditions of our families, who believed in focus, not distractions, before marriage. We planned to defy that, to build the future together. But the distance and the constant calls, they were a beautiful distraction. I knew I could not afford if I wanted to succeed. It started subtly. A late night call that stretched into dawn, leaving me drowsy for my morning classes. My job score started to dip. My small tech projects at Computer Village suffered, deadlines missed. Amaka, God bless her, was just as engrossed in our calls, sharing gist about her day, her university applications. But my mind, it has always been about planning, about structure, the long chats, the inevitable arguments that dragged on because we could not just end the call, they were chaos to my organized brain. My mother's words echoed in my head. Tunde, a man builds his future first. Women come when the foundation is strong. It was not harsh, just tradition. It was the way it was. So, we agreed to take a break, focus on studies, then reconnect for marriage. It felt right, logical, a necessary sacrifice. I focused for a few days, a rare peace settling. Then her text came, I miss you, Tunde. My heart leaped. And just like that, the cycle began. We would talk for a few days, miss each other, then the stress would build, and we would break up again. It was a loop, an emotional wahala I could not escape, repeating for over 4 months. Every time we reconnected, I felt a knot in my stomach. The joy of hearing her voice was quickly overshadowed by the dread of inconsistency, the fear of failing my jambi, of disappointing my parents and my ancestors. I would snap at her, not because I was angry, but because I was scared. Amaka, we agreed, I would say, my voice sharper than I intended. She would always sound hurt, but Tunde, I just wanted to hear your voice. It was a clash of worlds. My world of logic, planning, and future building against her world of immediate emotions, connection, and reassurance. She needed to feel seen, to feel cared for, even with the distance. I was so focused on the how to build a future, how to be successful in this Lagos hustle that I forgot the why we were building it together. Her emotional fatigue became palpable, even through the phone line. I knew I was hurting her, but I did not know how to stop. How could I protect our future without sacrificing our present? The pressure was immense, a heavy weight on my shoulders. Then came the day that changed everything. Amaka was in Lagos, visiting an aunt in Angege. She texted me, I am near Oshodi. Can you meet me? Just walk me to the park before I catch my bus back to Enugu. I just need to see you, Tunde. I am so tired. My heart did that familiar leap. Amaka, here? In Lagos? A quick meeting, a real embrace. The thought was electrifying. Yes, I will be there, I typed, a grin spreading across my face. I even started getting ready, the smell of my cologne filling the room, my best shirt ironed. But 30 minutes later, as I was about to head out, a chill ran down my spine. The words of my elders, the sacrifices for my studies, the unending cycle of emotional stress. It all flooded my mind. No, Tunde, a voice screamed inside me. This is a distraction. You promised yourself. My fingers trembled as I typed. Amaka, I do not think we should meet. It is not right, with everything. Her reply was swift, angry. Tunde, watimbe this? You just agreed. Is this how you treat me? We argued, quick and sharp, like a cut. Then silence. She hung up. And just like that, we were broken. For real this time. Or, so I thought. I convinced myself it was another pause, a necessary evil for our future, a moment of discipline. I buried myself in my books, in my code, in the relentless Lagos noise. I told myself I was strong, doing the right thing, focusing on my future. But the silence felt heavy, suffocating. The usual miss you text never came. Then, a call. It was Amaka. Her voice was broken, choked with sobs. Tunde, she whispered, I really needed you that day. You do not know how much it hurt. I waited. Tunde, I waited for you to check on me, just to see if I was okay after I left. Her words were like daggers, each one piercing my carefully constructed logic, tearing through the defenses I would build. The Lagos traffic, the incessant blaring of horns from Third Mainland Bridge, the hawker's cries outside my window, it all faded. All I heard was her raw, undiluted pain. I saw the girl, standing alone at Oshodi, needing comfort, needing my presence, and I had chosen my structure, my future over her. I feel so unseen, she cried, like my feelings do not matter, like I am just a distraction. And in that moment, in that instant of brutal honesty, I realized the monstrous mistake I had made. My ambition, my fear of tradition, my desperate need for control, it had made me blind, emotionally unavailable. I had crushed the heart of the woman I swore to marry. My stomach churned with guilt so profound it made me sick, a bitter taste in my mouth. How do you mend a heart you broke with your own hands? How do you say I love you when your actions scream the opposite? Amaka was not asking for endless calls anymore. She just wanted to feel seen, to know I cared. It was not about the quantity of time, it was about the quality of presence, even from a distance. The realization hit me hard. My structure was actually destroying what I was trying to protect, shattering the very foundation of our future. My path forward became clear, but it would not be easy. It required a complete rewire of my mindset, a shift from logic first to empathy first. Less about strict boundaries, more about empathetic connection. I needed to learn to communicate my stress, my fears, my ambitions without making her feel like a burden. I needed to acknowledge her feelings, to validate her pain, and to find a way to offer support that fit within our practical limitations. I thought about the bustling crowds, the relentless energy of Lagos, and how easy it was to get lost in the noise, to forget the quiet needs of a heart miles away. This was my new project, more vital than any code I would ever written, more complex than any algorithm. The next day, I did not just call. I prepared. I wrote down what I wanted to say, how I wanted to acknowledge her feelings, and how I would commit to being emotionally present, even if our contact had to be limited. I proposed brief, scheduled video calls twice a week, just 15 minutes each, where we would focus purely on how we were feeling. No arguments, no talk of studies or future logistics. Just us, connecting, seeing each other. I told her I understood her pain, that I was truly sorry for my actions, and that I valued her more than my own rigid plans, more than any project. It was not an instant fix. Trust, once broken, takes time to rebuild, like a cracked foundation needs careful repair. But the way her voice softened, the way she tentatively agreed to try, gave me hope. Our love was still there, a flickering flame in the vastness of Nigeria, a flame I was now committed to protecting. And I, Tunde, the planner, the logical one, was finally ready to learn that sometimes the most important plans are the ones you make with your heart, not just your head. My dream was still to build, but now it included building a bridge of understanding, one honest, heartfelt conversation at a time. This time, I would not let my ambition overshadow my heart.